brain.
How bad are these guys?
There's like a pressure point there where you just like squeeze it really hard.
The news that Khloé Kardashian is absolutely devastated after learning that her ex-husband, Lamar Odom, has been involved in a fatal car accident is gut-wrenching. To make matters worse, Lamar's life is now hanging by a thread, and it seems like things are about to take a tragic turn. This is real, this is raw, and it's hitting hard. As we all know, Khloé and Lamar's relationship has been through so much over the years. From their whirlwind romance to their very public struggles, the roller coaster ride they've been on is something the whole world has witnessed. Their love story was once one of the most talked about in Hollywood, and even after their divorce, Khloé always made it clear that Lamar still held a special place in her heart. Despite everything that happened, Khloé was still there for him when he nearly lost his life back in 2015 due to a drug overdose. But now, this is something no one could have ever predicted. Late last night, news broke that Lamar had been involved in a devastating car crash. The reports are still coming in, but what we do know is that Lamar's injuries are serious and life-threatening. His condition is critical, and it looks like he may not make it. The situation is quickly spiraling out of control. I can't even imagine what Khloé must be going through right now. She has been through so much, but this is a whole different level of pain. Sources close to Khloé say she is completely heartbroken, in shock, and still trying to process this devastating news. She's reportedly been by Lamar's side, praying for a miracle, even though it's becoming increasingly clear that Lamar may not pull through this time. Given their past and the history they shared, this must feel like a nightmare Khloé just can't wake up from. One source close to her shared that she never stopped caring about Lamar, and even though they've been apart for years, she's always rooted for his recovery. This is truly devastating, especially considering everything Lamar has been through. This is not just about an ex-husband for Khloé. This is a man she loved deeply, a man she supported through some of the darkest moments of his life. Right now, she's fighting to hold it together as her world is falling apart once again. The thought of Lamar being in such critical condition, in a life or death situation, is something she probably never expected to face again. But here she is once more by his side, hoping for the best, but fearing the worst. It's clear that Khloé is beside herself with grief. After everything they've been through, the overdose, their divorce, his journey to recovery, she probably never imagined she'd be sitting in a hospital room again, praying for Lamar's survival. The emotional toll this is taking on her is palpable, and it's heartbreaking to watch someone so strong break down in the face of such tragedy. Lamar has faced a lot in his life: fame, addiction, and near-death experiences. But this car accident is different. Initial reports suggest Lamar lost control of his vehicle and crashed at high speed. While the investigation is still ongoing, it's clear this wasn't just a fender bender.
I feel like I want to cry.
Why?
Just because it's like, it gives me anxiety. And I don't know why.
You don't have to cry. I'm sorry.
And I don't know why, because then I'm like, I have so much, and I should just be so happy.
But you're not happy?
I mean, I am, but then sometimes I'm just like, it makes you really like analyze just like where you're at. And then I'm like, sometimes like, what am I doing?
The severity of Lamar's injuries has left everyone, his family, friends, and loved ones, terrified for his survival. Right now, doctors are doing everything in their power to stabilize him, but there's a real and growing fear that this could be the end of Lamar's story. The situation is dire, and despite the best efforts of medical professionals, the uncertainty surrounding his condition is overwhelming. Lamar's tragic accident has not only shaken those closest to him, but has also rippled through the community of fans who have followed his journey over the years. His friends, family, and fans are all struggling to come to terms with the severity of the situation. They're holding on to hope, desperately wishing for him to pull through, but even they can't ignore the weight of the reality in front of them. Everyone is painfully aware of how critical this moment is, and it's hard not to question how much longer Lamar can keep fighting. Lamar's life has been filled with so many battles, addiction, health scares, and the highs and lows of fame, but it now seems like he's facing the hardest one yet. This accident feels like the culmination of everything he's fought against, and it's taking an emotional toll on everyone around him. Khloé, understandably, is at the forefront of everyone's minds during this time. Her emotional state is something that cannot be overlooked. After all the struggles and moments of hope she has shared with Lamar, it's unimaginable what she must be feeling now. With everything they've been through together, seeing him fight for his life again must be incredibly painful. The weight of it all is likely taking a massive emotional toll on her, and it's clear her heartbreak is shared by those who care about Lamar. The situation is so raw, so real, and it feels like the end of an era for the people who loved him.
Everyday struggle chat show on Complex News to talk about his new tell-all book, and naturally, the three hosts brought up his former marriage to Khloé Kardashian. And if you're expecting some dirt and some tea, you're gonna be very disappointed. Lamar opened up about his current relationship with Khloé and said this.
I mean, from a distance, I wish her well.
Cordial, like,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Still got love for her.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
So just because Khloé and Lamar have gone their separate ways, it doesn't mean that there's any hard feelings. In fact, Lamar seems to still love his ex-wife, and while Lamar didn't directly comment on Khloé's pregnancy news, he indicated that the two are on good terms even though they don't speak regularly. Now, when one of the hosts asked Lamar if he has resentment towards the Kardashian family,
Khloé isn't just grieving a former partner, she's grieving someone she once built an entire life with. Lamar was more than just a husband to her. He was a deep part of her world, someone who stood by her side through both the highs and the lows for so many years. Despite their divorce, there has always been a bond between them, a connection that didn't simply fade away with time. And now, as she faces this devastating reality, it's not just another tabloid headline to her. This is her heartbreak, her deep personal loss unfolding in real time. What Khloé is going through goes far beyond the public eye. She's torn between wanting to hold on to the love, the memories, and the life they once shared, and the crushing, painful truth that the man she once loved is fighting for his life in a hospital bed. The man who was once her everything, the one she built her dreams with, is now in the fight of his life. And even though they've been apart for years, that connection, that history, hasn't just vanished. Khloé is caught in a whirlwind of emotions, love, guilt, fear, and grief. It's incredibly difficult for her to reconcile the past with the present, especially knowing that her ex-husband, the person she shared so much of her life with, might not survive. She has always shown unwavering support for Lamar, even when their relationship was strained, and this moment is no different. But this time, she's not just supporting him emotionally, she's facing the reality that their future together is no longer possible, and the person she once saw a future with is on the brink of losing his life. In many ways, Khloé is grieving the loss of a dream, the loss of a future they were supposed to have. It's a heartbreaking situation for anyone to go through, but for Khloé, it's especially poignant because Lamar was once so deeply intertwined with who she was and the life she envisioned. Watching someone she loved so much fight for survival is undoubtedly an emotional roller coaster, and while she fights to stay strong, the weight of it all must be incredibly heavy.
Emotionally, you have to be really, really strong for this environment that we created. And I know as much as these people hurt us, I also know that if this can make them better, and if I can be that person, then I know I'm strong enough to do that. It just sucks it has to be so public. Because no one understands how I'm not just a TV show. This is my life, and it breaks my soul, and it's happened so many times.
Khloé is in an incredibly difficult place right now, a source close to her shared. She's doing her best to hold it together, but it's clear that she is heartbroken. She never imagined she'd have to go through something like this again, not with Lamar. The pain of seeing him in such a dire situation after everything they've been through is almost unbearable for her. What makes this even more gut-wrenching is the fact that Khloé worked so hard to help Lamar rebuild his life after his overdose. She stood by him through every moment, offering her support, love, and guidance as he battled his addiction and fought for a second chance. Through rehab, relapses, and countless setbacks, Khloé never gave up on him. She truly believed that Lamar could turn things around. But now, to see him in yet another life or death situation. After, everything he's already fought through is devastating. It feels like a cruel twist of fate, like they've taken 2 steps forward only to be forced to take 10 steps back. This tragic turn of events has rocked not just Khloé, but also the millions of fans who have followed their journey over the years. People who have witnessed their struggles, their love story, and the highs and lows they've shared are now flooding social media with messages of support. Fans are rallying around both Khloé and Lamar, expressing their hopes and prayers for Lamar's recovery, and offering Khloé the compassion and understanding she so deeply needs during this painful time. As much as Khloé has always appeared strong and resilient, this is a pain unlike anything she's faced before, and it's clear that the support of her fans is a small comfort in the midst of this heart-wrenching reality. Everyone is hoping for a miracle, but the weight of the situation is undeniably heavy on her shoulders.
When I was doing my fertility treatments, like they were more so for Lamar, I had to stop because there was much deeper stuff that was happening in our
People are absolutely heartbroken by what's happening, and they've been flooding social media with prayers and well wishes for Lamar's recovery. Alongside the outpouring of support for Lamar, many fans are also expressing deep empathy for Khloé, recognizing just how much pain she must be enduring right now. Here are just a few of the heartfelt messages from fans. This is just so sad. I'm praying for Lamar and hoping he pulls through. Khloé doesn't deserve to go through this again. Stay strong. Sending so much love to Khloé. She's been through so much and has always been there for Lamar. I really hope Lamar makes it through. I can't believe this. Lamar has fought so hard to come back from his struggles, and he deserves to live. Keep fighting, Lamar. Heartbroken for Khloé. Watching someone you once loved fight for their life must be one of the hardest things anyone can go through. Wishing them both strength. Support from fans is pouring in, and it's clear that they are standing by both Khloé and Lamar during this incredibly difficult time. People are hoping for a miracle, but the gravity of the situation is beginning to set in. This tragic accident could turn out to be a defining moment in Lamar's life, and it's clear Khloé is feeling the immense emotional weight of it all. At this point, no one knows exactly how the situation will play out. Will Lamar survive this horrific crash? Will Khloé continue to stand by his side as she has in the past? It's too soon to say, but one thing is for sure. This is an incredibly traumatic chapter in both of their lives, and it's hard to even imagine what they must be going through. Khloé is facing a nightmare she never thought she would have to endure again. After everything they've been through together, seeing Lamar in this life-threatening situation is a pain that's hard to comprehend. For Lamar, we can only hope that he pulls through this, but the odds don't look good right now. All we can do at this moment is send love, strength, and support to both Khloé and Lamar, hoping that this is not the end of Lamar's journey, but rather a wake-up call to the strength of the human spirit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think Khloé is handling this heartbreaking situation? Do you think Lamar can pull through this devastating accident? We will keep you updated with any new information as it comes in, so make sure to subscribe for all the latest updates on this heartbreaking story.